Carlos Ferreira and Shri Cruz Silva may move the resolution.
Speaker sir, Mukhyamantri Bhashanan सांगले 75 to 77 when emergency was declared in India. There is a period when there is something called undeclared emergency.
Can you please move your resolution?
Resolution is for that only, to see that farmers at least get justice. Speaker sir, the House strongly recommends the government to enact suitable legislation to encourage the concept of contract farming in the state. There is an urgent requirement to bring large tracts of fallow land under cultivation, which can be achieved through contract farming. This will ensure minimizing the economic risk in farming and encourage Goans to revisit agriculture as an economically viable profession and business. It will also provide farmers with economies of scale, thus raising their income and ensuring product quality, quantity and timely delivery. Speaker sir.
The resolution is before the House.
Speaker sir, Goa was known as an agricultural economy earlier. Even today, the agriculture sector contributes only 3% to the GSTP. But still, we can call ourselves an agricultural economy. How? Let's take a brief look at the history of Goa's agriculture. In 1961, when we were liberated from the Portuguese, 60% of Goa's population was involved in agriculture. In 1987, 26 years later, this has marginally dropped to 50%. So just 60% आशिल्लें 61 ते 1987 50% जाले. That this decline could be justified because of various factors like international, national, economic, social and professional trends. But what is alarming is 28 years down the line, the percentage is a meager 16.6%. So in 1961, we were 60% and today we are 16.6%. So this is today means the survey was done in 2015. Now this was in 2015, today's figure if you go to see must be much lower. My friend Michael Lobo will know that is in his areas, there is huge land filling going on fallow agriculture fields. Nobody is growing farms, they are doing something and the panchayat is giving them numbers. Speaker sir, there is ample visual proof of this phenomenon. As we can see, large tracts of agricultural land fallow in the Goan countryside. Many members of the traditional Goan farming families and communities have migrated to other professions. And even other countries. आता दुसऱ्या देशान गेलो, कित्या खातीर गेलो? Lack of economic security from agriculture. Speaker sir, तरणाटे मनशाक agriculture glamour ना असो दिसता. So it is not attractive. Like other professions are a little more attractive. Statistics are also a proof. ICAR एक सर्वे केली 2015 आणि एक रिपोर्ट केलो. रिपोर्टाचें नाव आशिल्लें एक्सटेंट एंड डिस्ट्रीब्युशन ऑफ फेलो लँड्स इन गोवा. स्पीकर सर, 2015 13,408 hectare, which is 3.6% of the total area of Goa, was fallow. Now they have categorized these fallow lands into different categories. One is called current fallow lands, lands which are not cultivated in the current year, which is 4,707 hectares. Then there are others which are called fallow lands other than current fallow. These are lands which are not cultivated for more than 1 year, but not less than 5 years. These are 3,920 hectares. And cultivatable wastelands, lands which have not been cultivated for more than 5 years, which is 4,781 hectares. Speaker sir, the total cropped area, the area in which cultivation can happen, was 1,57,884 hectares then, and the fallow land was 8.5% of this. And net sown area was 1,44,476 hectares. Speaker sir, it has to be noted that between 2005 and 6 and 2014 and 15, total grain production of Goa dropped from 1,59,800 metric tons to 1,28,572 metric tons, a decline of 20%. Speaker sir, 5 वर्षानंतर एक रिपोर्ट आयलो एक्विफायर मॅपिंग अँड मॅनेजमेंट ऑफ ग्राउंड वॉटर रिसोर्सीस इन गोवा स्टेट म्हणून. This was done by the Central Groundwater Board. This states that the net sown area has declined to 1.3 lakh hectares, which is nearly 15,000 hectares less than 2015. Speaker sir, in 2022, the figures are similar. 1.44 lakh hectares of cropped area, 1.30 lakh hectares of net sown area, and 13,500 hectares of fallow land. So fallow land means like uncultivated land. This much of fallow land lying idle is neither good for the land nor for Goa, and definitely not for the future of Goa and our next generation. Speaker sir, it must be noted that the cropped area has gone down by nearly 14,000 hectares. And this is mostly because fallow land has been converted to non-agricultural uses. Speaker sir, हे इतले जमीन पडन उरप हें म्हाका दिसता खंयच्याच गोंयकाराक बरें दिसना. कित्याक बरें दिसना? कित्याक हाजो रिजल्ट असो आहा की इकॉनॉमीक कंडिशन ऑफ फार्मर्स इज पुअर, inadequate supply of water, silting of canals and rivers, extreme weather conditions, soil erosion and low returns. ही कारणां आसूंक शकतात. Speaker sir, while weather and erosion are natural phenomena, even solving the problems of water supply and silting will not bring Goans back to farming because the economic issues are much bigger. Speaker sir, हे सगळें जर केलें आमी, बाब सुभाष शिरोडकर खूब करता, ट्राय करता, पूण एक करून पसून लोक शेतीक परते येतले ही आमी गॅरंटी दिवंक शकना. हें कित्या खातीर? हें जावंक शकना आनी हे फिगर्स अशे हांवें मुद्दाम इतलो हें रिसर्च करून तुमकां सांगला कित्याक दीस इज ऑल गोईंग डावन. It will not suddenly improve. So, हाजे खातीर Speaker sir, I am urging the government to introduce contract farming in Goa. Now, this will minimize the economic risk and encourage Goans to go back to agriculture as an economically viable profession and business. It will provide farmers with economies of scale, thus raising their income and ensuring product quality, quantity and timely delivery. Speaker sir, situation has deteriorated so rapidly that it needs immediate action. एक report झालो, interim report on the regional plan of Goa 2021. It was published in 2008. It pointed out that Goa had self-sufficiency, म्हळ्यार स्वयंपूर्ण, Chief Minister, growing their own food and crops and fishing from sea for their own consumption. हें 2008 तो सांगता. पूण आज अशें जालां की गोंय नेबरिंग स्टेटाचेर तांदळा खातीर, भाजये खातीर आनी इवन फळां खातीर डिपेंडंट आसा. स्पीकर सर, हो टर्न ऑफ इव्हेंट्स इतलो अनफॉर्च्युनेट कित्याक वी वर कन्सिडरिंग दॅट एग्रीकल्चर वॉज अवर मेन ऑक्युपेशन, पूण तें आतां आसून पसून ही परिस्थिती आहा. स्पीकर सर, हांव मागतां की हे सभाघर immediate steps घेवं की कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट फार्मिंग एंड सर्विसीस should be adopted, which allow individuals, institutions or corporates to tie up with farmers to cultivate their land. आता कितें जालां, कॉर्पोरेट म्हणटकर कोणी आमदार उलोवपाक भिता, अरे हो भायल्यान कोणाक हाडटा काय म्हणून. पूण अशें ना, ती तर जमीन कल्टिवेट जावंक जाय, कोणाचें तरी इंटरवेन्शन थंय जाय पडटलेंच. आनी एक लेजिस्लेशन म्हणून करात तुमी. Legislation should provide security of land to the farmers, while it will also enable those interested to invest in farming. कोण फार्मिंगान इन्वेस्ट करूंक सोदता ताकाय प्रोटेक्शन मेळूंक जाय आनी शेतकऱ्याक ओनरशिपीचेंय प्रोटेक्शन मेळूंक जाय. बेसीक आयडिया कितें आहा की पडंग जमीन कल्टिवेशनान जावंक जाय. पडंग जमीन जर कल्टिवेट जाली जाल्यार गोंय ग्रीन जालें. गोंय ग्रीन जालें जाल्यार तुजें टुरिजम वाडलें, ग्रीन गोवा म्हणून वाडलें. स्पीकर सर, फार्मर्स कॅन शेअर the risks associated with agriculture with those who are economically strong. जो आज पयशान ताण आहा, ताका पूर आयलो आनी जर शेत पेड्यार जालें जाल्यार ताका ही कॅन अफोर्ड इट. द फार्मर कॅनॉट अफोर्ड इट. फार्मर कॅनॉट अफोर्ड ते तुजे मनान येता क्रॉप लॉस दी म्हणून. क्रॉप लॉस तुजे कडेन बजेट आहा, तूं कितलें दिता तें दिता, दुसरे दिसा हांव बोवाळ मारता हांगा, ताणें दिलेंच ना मरे म्हणून. सो ही सायकल चालूच उरतली स्पीकर सर. हाजे खातीर स्पीकर सर म्हाका दिसता की हें कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट फार्मिंग गव्हर्मेंटान एडॉप्ट करचें. पूण एट द सेम टायम कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट फार्मिंगान सगळो इशू सॉल्व जायना. कित्याक सॉल्व जायना? कित्याक फ्रॅगमेंटेड लँड होल्डिंग्स आहा. एक बांदी म्हजी, आमी कोमुंदारीचें शेत, एक बांदी म्हजी, एक बांदी तुजी, एक बांदी ताजी. परती मागीर तुजी म्हजी बांदी. सो फ्रॅगमेंटेड लँड होल्डिंग means that we have to combine contract farming with community farming. Speaker sir, state government will have to encourage community farming, and contract and community farming will have to go hand in hand. Speaker sir, this is not rocket science. सगळ्यांक म्हजे कलिगांक खबर आसतलें की दिगंबर कामत मुखेलमंत्री आसतना ताणें बजेट स्पीच हांव पळयतालो ताची 2010 ताणें अनावन्स केल्लें की आय विल ब्रिंग फेलो लँड अंडर कल्टिवेशन अँड प्रपोज द कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट फार्मिंग एक्ट. हो तो सांगतालो केन्ना 2010. मागीर मनोहर पर्रीकार 2013 म्हणटालो की कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट फार्मिंग आमी हाडटले अँड वी विल स्पर एग्रीकल्चर ग्रोथ इन द स्टेट. बजेट स्पीची. मागीर 2017 जेन्ना हांव सरकारान आहा मनोहर पर्रीकारान पब्लिकली सांगलें की आमी कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट फार्मिंग इंट्रोड्यूस करता आनी ताजे खातीर ICARन 2021 एक डॉक्युमेंट प्रिपेर केलो, विजन फॉर डेव्हलपमेंट ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर एंड एलायड सेक्टर्स, अ वे टुवर्ड्स मेकिंग गोवा सेल्फ रिलायंट, स्वयंपूर्ण गोंय म्हणून. हें प्रेझेंट मुखेलमंत्री आसतना हें 2021. आनी हें आमच्या मुखेलमंत्र्यान एंडोर्स केलें आनी ताजे मॅसेजीन ते रिपोर्टाचेर मॅसेज आहा ताजी तातूंत तो म्हणटा की दिस इज एन इम्पॉर्टंट स्टेप टुवर्ड्स इम्प्लिमेंटेशन ऑफ स्वयंपूर्ण गोंय. वन ऑफ द ICAR's रिकमेंडेशन वॉज इम्प्लिमेंटेशन ऑफ कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट फार्मिंग इन फेलो लँड्स. सो हाजेर अशें दिसता की डिफरंट पार्टीज, गव्हर्मेंट इज अ कंटिन्युअस प्रोसेस, सगळ्यो पार्टीज आर टॉकिंग अबाउट कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट फार्मिंग. स्पीकर सर, पूण कॉन्क्रीट स्टेप्स वचून कोणेच घेवंक ना. आज मेरेन पसून आमी उलयताले तेन्ना बाब रवी नायक म्हणालो आमची एक कमिटी आसा आमी करतात, पूण कॉन्क्रीट स्टेप ना हाजेर. हांव मागता हांगा बेटर लेट दॅन नेवर. आतां केलें जाल्यार पसून आमी लेटूच आहा, पूण नाल्यार तें केन्नाच जावचें ना. सो स्पीकर सर, आय रिक्वेस्ट द ऑगस्ट हाऊस that in the interest of Goa and in the interest of future generations, government should take immediate steps to take a legislation to encourage the concept of contract farming in the state. Thank you for speaking.